So I bought a cup and I want to match my nails to it. Welcome back to the channel, Vestie. My name is Gigi, and we're going to start that match process by making a blue set of nails. I know the cup is black. I wanted blue. So blue it is. There you go. This is a D&D polish. I believe it's 480. I think it says 480 DC, but it will be listed below. I think it's also called Night Magic or Magic Night, something like that. Anyway, it's one of my favorites. I love this polish, and it has the consistency I like. So we're going to paint all 5 nails this beautiful color. I did not build these on camera except that index finger, which is in a short, and you can check that out on the channel anytime. Plus, there are tons and tons of videos on this channel of me building nails, so go check one out. Today, I wanted to focus on the art and how you can make a really impactful set very quickly, very easily. So now we're going to come in with this double rhythm matte top coat. And I've never tried their products before this. This makes me want to try more. Look at how satiny that matte is. It's the perfect background to start putting down all of the stamps that we're going to use to recreate that look. And how we're going to do it is take the pigments, and these are Micas, they're Mica pigments, and we're just going to blend them together on the actual stamper, and then using that, pick up the image right in the actual pigments, and then put it on the nail, and it will transfer the pigments with it. Look at that, just like chrome stamping, right? Chrome stamping easy, pigment stamping easy, and both very effective. And it's a great way to get an ombre, right? So now we're going to come in and just add another flower. And we're going to keep going with this process with the skulls and a couple of stars as well, because those are the 3 elements that we have on the cup. And I had forgotten I had these cute little flowers, but they're very close match to some of the flowers on the cup. So I was really thrilled when I was digging through all my stampers or my plates to see if I could get a closer match. And yay, so happy. Now, of course, the flowers on the cup and the skull, well, the skulls are filled here too, but the flowers on the cup are filled with the color, and I chose not to go that route because it would have just taken a lot more time than I had, right? You could try coloring them in, but then I don't know if you're leaving them that long, will the pigment really stick? I didn't want to get crazy, so that's an experiment for the future. And all I'm doing here is removing any stamp that I don't want to hit the nail, because once you've started stamping, removing mistakes, it's tricky. It's not undoable, but it is tricky. So I was just trying to move quickly and make sure I could get my stamps down correct. And there we go. Let's add a star. And bing, we matched the cup. Oh my goodness. I had to leave this in for you guys, as I knew that you would A, feel my pain, and B, relate, right? Anyone who loves pigments and chromes, but a boom, there it goes. You've probably done this. So if you have any trips, any tips or tricks that will help us to not do that in the future, leave them in the comment section. We need to help each other. But here I am making a larger ombre on here on my stamper, because we are going to pick up a larger image. I probably didn't need to put this much down, but one thing is that once you've picked up your image, you can always, if there's any extra, you can pick up another image in it. So that way it doesn't go to waste. But we are, even though I don't use this whole thing, I could have definitely made this a smaller situation. I'm going to put it on my index finger, and it's like half the size of that. So, whoops. But here we go. Pick it up, clean up anything you don't want on your nail, and then stamp her down. Woo, look at that. I'm going to go ahead and top coat these as we go so I don't mess up any of my pigments. Make sure, and I'm going to show this with the next nail, make sure you take a little dry sponge and clean up any extra pigments that are hanging out on your nail so that you don't get it in your top coat. Pro tip right there. And see, here we are doing it right here. Just a dry sponge, makeup sponge. That's all you need. It just grabs the pigment away that is not sticking to the polish, and it leaves the image looking crisp and beautiful. And then your top coat doesn't get all glittery, right? Unless you want that, that's totally fine. Now we're going to finish off the tutorial with the pinky, because the ring finger is going to match as closely as we can match it to the thumb. And it is a little more crowded because it's smaller, but in the end, I think it all works really well together. I'm super pleased. And here we go, and here we go. Look at that. I'm really happy with this set. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Did I fail it or did I nail it? Personally, I think I nailed it, but if you disagree, let me know. But look at that. We have 2 that match and 3 that are inspired by, and I think it's the perfect Summerween manicure. Summer is getting close to over. Not really so much for us here in Las Vegas, but it's still pretty hot here. But it is coming to a close, and I wanted to celebrate the Summerween with my own set. So here's that thumb again, which I think is the one that looks the most like the cups. Or the cup. There's not 2 cups. I don't know what I'm thinking. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you're subscribed so you see all next week's videos. Mwah! Bye-bye.